Google Cultural Institute has just released a whole section on performing arts and it is awesome. So Google Cultural Institute has other sections. It has world wonders, moments in history, and it has art. In the art one, for example, you can go around and look at art set in the gallery. So you actually have like a street view of the gallery. You can move around and see how work's positioned, see what works next to it. You can also look at artwork in fantastic detail, zooming really, really close in. I think you see it in more detail than you'd even see in a gallery because sometimes there's a little rope sectioning off, and here you can see like every grain of paint. It's great. So the performing arts one, you can have the street view of the theatre. So you can go in, you can look around where everyone sits, you can look where the orchestra play. You also have access to a lot of shows, which you can also look at in 360. So I'll show you how it works. We're going to look at one of the ones here. So Carnegie Hall, start the 360 performance.
Welcome to New York City,
a really cool intro.
Home to the world-famous Carnegie Hall. Tonight, you will step on stage with the Philadelphia Orchestra.
I'm going to skip past this part. It gives you more details about the background. And now this is actually what the show looks like. So the last one I looked at was an opera, and you're on stage. You can move around, so you can go and see what every person's doing. If you're interested in technical theatre, you can look above. Obviously, this one is just the orchestra moving around, but you can watch these whole sections, right? I think it's really, really cool. And you can go through and you can... I'm just going to go back here so it's not... and you can go and learn more. So, for example, this is what Carnegie Hall looks like for the audience. You can zoom around and see the experience. If you're learning about different architectural features of a theatre, for example, this is really good. It's really nice to have that discussion where you can talk about what the experience is like. You can see here, you can even move into other rooms. So I can look in the corridor, I can look behind, and you can go to all these different sections. So I think it's really, really cool. If I go back one, you're going to see that I have exhibits. So this is inside. I can go look at the birth of Carnegie Hall and find out lots of information about the history of the place. You can do a whole research piece just using this. Carnegie Hall, so you can watch that 360 thing. And look, there's images, there's more videos, there's basically endless amounts of information. I'm just going to go back and look at one more 360 performance because I think it's nice to see one with people on stage. So this one is an opera. And again, although Cultural Institute is primarily in English, obviously some of the shows that you watch, like operas, are going to be in other languages, which could be useful for Group 2.
Welcome to Sao Paulo and the beautiful Teatro
Isn't his voice just beautiful?
Home to some of the most brilliant performers in the world. Step on stage and immerse yourself inside artistic director John Neschling's special dress rehearsal of the haunting medieval romance, Lohengrin.
So I'm going to skip past this bit. I'm going to show you just look how amazing this view is. So you can look and you can see what the band are doing. You can have a look up and see what's going up in the flag. So you're not going to get this experience even if you go and watch the opera because you're actually on the stage with these people. It's pretty cool. And again, it has this View Google Cultural Institute map, and you can go in and find a ton of resources. So behind the red curtain, museum view, photographs and different performances. So although we are living in a place where we have a lot of access to great theatre, you're not going to have access to everything. We don't have like all these opera houses and stuff, so this is really, really cool. You can see stuff that's all around the world. I mean, even just looking on these beautiful places is absolutely wonderful. And I'm just going to see what happens if we click behind the stage. So you can see all these different areas. Doesn't let us go into the dressing rooms per se, but it shows you can have a look around, and it has all these photographs too. I think this is a really, really great feature. I actually even like it more than Google Cultural Institute's art section, because you do go into that 360 degree and you can actually see things live. But you can go into the performing arts and you can explore by collections, because it's just been released. There's not a huge amount of collections made by individuals, but you can go in and you can see ones that are made by organisations. And only if it has this little yellow thing does it have the view where you can walk around the gallery. But you could go in and say you were looking at, I don't know, in French, you might want to look through this. You can look at the newspapers all about it. You can read the signs. It has a wealth of fantastic information for the students. If you want some information about the other elements of Google Cultural Institute, please let me know. I'm happy to show you. If you want me to come into your class and demo, I'm happy to show that as well.